This is Damian Nelson here of the Pro Wrestling Report on 540 ESPN and ESPNMilwaukee.com. Very special guest with us on the line right now, the president of TNA Wrestling, Dixie Carter. Dixie, welcome to the Pro Wrestling Report. Thank you very much for giving us a little bit of time out of what is, of course, a very busy day, as is any day for you.
Well,
Dixie,
Damian, thanks for having me.
let's talk about the excitement going on in TNA Wrestling right now, specifically the big announcement a couple of weeks ago about the re-signing of the deal with Spike TV, which gives Impact another 3 years on air and some other opportunities as well.
It's a really huge announcement for us. You know, we've been with Spike for 4 years, and in that period of time, we've more than doubled our viewing audience, continue to grow our ratings. We're up another 30% just from this time last year. And so the show is doing very, very well. We've moved time slots 3 times. We've moved days twice. And you know that loyal wrestling audience, they keep following us. And, you know, thank you to all your listeners for tuning in and spreading that word about us, because literally, no one gave us a chance of staying in business, 7 weeks, much less 7.5 years, and we've grown this fan by fan, and we really appreciate all your support.
And you talk about the ratings increase over the last few months. What do you attribute that to? What do you think is the greatest strength of TNA Wrestling and specifically TNA Impact right now?
Well, I think internally we've made some changes on some ways in which we're going about producing the show, writing the show, the referees being more clean matches, finishes. People want to see wrestling, and when you have the best roster of wrestlers in the world, that's what they want to see. And so we're trying to, give them more of that, and the storylines that they do see, which are really key as far as the intrigue and being vested in these talents. I mean, they just need to be as close to real life as possible. So, we've made some very specific changes internally, and it's paying off.
Many of those changes fairly obvious with some big acquisitions, namely Kurt Angle, most recently Bobby Lashley, a lot of recognizable talents. What's the strategy there in bringing in some of those names, whether it be from other companies or people who are free agents?
Well, I think it's twofold. One, you bring in names. When you're a smaller company, it's all about exposure, and it's about getting somebody to give your product a try, because I feel like, if you haven't watched Impact ever before or it's been a while, I feel like if you're a wrestling fan, you would really enjoy it. You would really enjoy it. So to have a big name be able to get you more exposure, that's what it's about. And it's also about passing the torch to the young guys that are TNA homegrown talent, if you would. The AJ Styles of the world, the Daniels, the Hernandezes, the Matt Morgans, Samoa Joe. And those guys, I mean, this is their time right now. Beer Money, super hot tag team, and, that's what it's all about in wrestling, is growing a crop of new talent. And I got to tell you, these guys have been the biggest stars in other organizations in their careers, the Steiners, the Booker T's, the Stings, and Mick Foley. They're there, and they're doing exactly what we need them to do. And that's, A, putting on a great performance every time they step in the ring, and B, they're handing that torch off to the younger talent, and it's their time.
TNA has really made a point to reach out to their fan base, and specifically those there at the live events. I was at Bound for Glory in Chicago last year, most recently at Victory Road down in Orlando, Florida this past summer. That connection with the fans is certainly something very different from what WWE offers. Do you think that has a substantial impact on the fan involvement in the product? Basically, what I'm talking about is the autograph signings, the opportunity that the talent gives for the fans to come out and actually speak to and reach out to the talents.
It's like I said before, we've grown this show and this company one fan at a time, and that's my favorite part of the job. It's getting out there and letting them know how much we appreciate it. I mean, the talent, we all recognize that we are nothing without the viewers. And for those people to spread the word, to tell a friend to tune in, let's go buy a ticket, I mean, we want to get special that they don't get anywhere else. And that's a part of, to me, what makes TNA very special.
What's next for TNA? What's next for Impact? If there's anything that you feel, Dixie Carter, that the company needs to be working on right now, what is that focus? What is next? What is the next plateau, the next level by which you plan to exceed?
Well, we just want to continue to grow those ratings, continue to grow the viewers. Like I said before, we've made a lot of changes internally and are going to continue to do such. And hopefully we'll continue to see those ratings rise. You know, there's a few talent that we're looking at out there, but I think more than anything else, these younger talent, they're really showing over these past few weeks and months that they're ready to get out there and shine and take the ball and run with it. So, you know, if they continue to do what they've been doing, I think you'll see TNA continue to lift. But I think new programming is something in addition to the current Impact show and the changes that we've talked about. That's going to help us. Again, we need more programming, more exposure. In the United Kingdom, we have 4 or 5 television shows on, and we are beating our competition. We're beating Raw, SmackDown, ECW every single week as of late. And I think it's about having more exposure, and to have more exposure, you need more shows. So that's been a great case study for us to see what we need to do.
And I believe there's a tour coming up overseas again in January of next year. Is that correct?
That's true. We're going to Germany and Austria and Switzerland and Ireland in September, and then we're going to Scotland and Wales and the UK, all throughout the UK in January. So it's, you know, the touring for us internationally as well as us finally getting out there domestically on a regular basis is a big step for us.
This is the Pro Wrestling Report on 540 ESPN and ESPNMilwaukee.com. Our guest right now is the president of TNA Wrestling, Dixie Carter. Dixie, tomorrow night on Impact on Spike TV, which airs at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, Bobby Lashley and you will be making an appearance and talking a little bit about Bobby Lashley's role in TNA. Do you want to give us a preview of what we're going to find out tomorrow night on Impact?
Well, you know, I am a very behind-the-scenes kind of person, and I think the show is all about those amazing guys and girls in the ring. But it's also part of my job to get out there and promote the special and different things that we're doing. And one of those things is Bobby Lashley. He is a very unique signing for us. It's not a traditional signing when, you know, their sole focus is wrestling. Bobby left wrestling, you know, kind of at the height of his game. He was the world champion of the WWE and just really wanted to pursue MMA, and he felt like he had to leave wrestling to be able to do that, to be able to give 100% to MMA. And, you know, we talked a while, and I think I convinced him that, look, you can do both, and you can make history, and let's do this thing together, and you just, you know, if you can continue winning, you know, in those fights, you know, I think we'll show people the power of wrestling and what that means to both genres.
Well, Dixie Carter tomorrow night again. That's going to be on TNA Impact. We've gotten a lot of feedback from our fans on our site, pwrshow.com, and on our weekly ESPN radio show and weekly television programs. The TNA Impact product is certainly something that is distinctly different from that of World Wrestling Entertainment, and it's a difference that a lot of fans have picked up on. And as you have said, it is growing week by week. Going into Bound for Glory coming up this year in Los Angeles, California. It's going to be on October 18th, I believe. It's got to be exciting to be a part of such a great company at this point, and a company that is certainly showing significant growth.
It's a great time for TNA. Bound for Glory, our biggest pay-per-view of the year in Los Angeles, our first time to ever have a pay-per-view in that part of the country, and we're really looking forward to it. There's going to be some exciting announcements, some exciting changes within the company between now and October when Bound for Glory happens, so you guys tune in. Stay tuned. TNAWrestling.com as well has all the latest news, and look for some exciting things to come from us in the coming weeks.
Dixie Carter, president of TNA Wrestling, here on the Pro Wrestling Report on 540 ESPN and ESPNMilwaukee.com. Dixie, thank you for your time, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night on TNA Impact on Spike TV at 9 Eastern, 8 Central.
Thank you so much, Damian.